Today they're saying the temperature is going to be in the upper 60s. It might even possibly hit 70. It's sunny, as you can see. There's not much wind blowing. I think it's going to be a really nice day, and I'm going to take advantage of that and try to get some things done and get ready for these lambs that'll be coming before too long. If you watched the past videos, you've seen we had quite a bit of snow and ice, some really cold temperatures. And so I had rearranged things, opened stuff up so the ewes could get in the barn, stay a little more comfortable. I fed them up here by the barn, but what that has resulted in is a nasty mess of several inches of manure and hay that got on top of the 6 or 7 inches of snow we had. And so it's a soft, soupy mess that I need to get cleaned up. I can't even hardly open that gate over there. So I'm gonna have to get the tractor in here, scrape this out, try to get this cleaned up. While I'm doing that, I'm gonna bring the ewes in, lock them over here in a pen to the side, get them out of the way, and I'll be able to get the tractor in and out of here a lot easier without worrying about them. Now you'll have seen the rams in this stall. They were originally put in here just to get them used to each other and get their pecking order established. And normally that's just, you know, a week or so of doing that, and then I can turn them out. I ended up keeping the rams in here a lot longer than I normally would because of the cold weather. I was letting the ewes into the barn. I was trying to keep water thawed out. I didn't want to have even more buckets or things out there that I had to keep thawed out. You probably saw some of the videos where I had trouble with my supposedly frost-free water, keeping it thawed out. By keeping the rams here in the barn, I was able to utilize these heated buckets and keep their water in good shape. I just had to carry them 5 or 10 gallons of water in here every day, and they were good. But that's caused a lot of hay and manure deposit in here that now I need to get out also. And you boys are going to have to get out of the way. So not only bringing in the ewes and get them out of the way so I can get the outside mess cleaned up, I need to get the rams moved to another field so I can get their mess cleaned up and get all these lambing pens set up. I know we've got some more cold weather coming. It's not going to stay nice like this forever. I mean, it's only the first couple of days of February here, but maybe we won't have a lot of really bad cold weather, and I can deal with the rams' water out there for a short period of time. So I've got a lot to do. Let's get started. Here, sheep. Well, I'm going to try to get most of that scooped up with this regular dirt bucket and not have to go out across my ryegrass and get the manure bucket. I think it's going to work okay because most of this is on concrete, and I think it'll scoop up okay off of there. We're going to give that a try first anyway. That's obviously not going to work. I can't fork all this out of here by hand. I forked this bucket full because I don't want to make a trip to the back of the field with an empty bucket. I'm going to go back there and we're going to try the manure fork. Instead of the forks getting under it and digging under it and picking it up and tearing it loose, it's all just wanting to roll up in a big ball. I might have to try to come in with my forks and tear it loose a little bit and then try to pick it up. It doesn't help that the cylinder on my tractor, the bucket cylinder, is blowing by pretty bad, and so I have a hard time maintaining the bucket level where I want. When I come in, it wants to push the bucket up. One of these days, I really am going to get around to fixing that. It's down to the point now there's just not much left to do but fork it by hand. I can't get much closer to the walls with this. The manure fork did help quite a bit. It was better than the bucket, but I can probably hold more in the regular dirt bucket, so I might switch them back here in a minute. I'll take this load out and we'll see how it goes. Well, that's pretty much it for everything I can do with the tractor. The rest of it's going to have to be done with a pitchfork, including everything that's in the stall here where the rams are. So I'm going to set up some temporary fence out here, move them while I give my arms a little bit of a break, and get back to forking, I guess. Well, I've got things set up. Now let's see if we can get the boys out past the girls. You boys ready to go for a trip? Found you a new home? Come on out here, check everything out. Keep moving, keep moving. There you go, keep moving, keep moving. That's the trick here. Keep moving. Let's keep you moving. No, keep moving. Psst, 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 psst. Psst, 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 psst. Go on. Psst, psst. Move, keep moving that direction. Psst, 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 psst. Psst, 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 psst. There's nothing in the trough. Psst, psst. Psst, psst. Psst. There we go. We got you now, I think. Psst, psst. No, nothing in that either. Psst. Go on. Psst. You can get you a bite of grass out there. Come on, you see that opening, don't you? Putting this temporary fence up through here really didn't take that long. As you can see, it funneled the rams right where I wanted them to go. And I've just found that some preparation makes all the difference in the world. Trying to think of where they would want to go, how you're going to keep them from going where they shouldn't, and keep them going in the direction they should go. You know, I clean this stall out about once a year. This year I might have to do it twice since I had the rams in here for so long. But every time I do it, I think about when I was younger, me and my brothers had to clean the stalls out at home, and we'd talk about why in the world doesn't Dad redo the barn, redo the way he does things, so we could get that old H tractor with the loader in there and get a lot of that stuff out instead of forking it out with a pitchfork. Here I am 50 years later with a pitchfork in my hand. I guess some things just never change. Well, that's pretty well got this cleaned out. There is a little bit, that's mostly just hay. There's really not any manure in that. That's just a pile of hay back there to get out. Need to clean the floor a little bit here, a few odd and end little piles. I'm not gonna worry about those little odd and end pieces right now. I can throw them in the tractor bucket in a day or two once things dry out a little. And got a little bit more to do over here. But what I really want to get done today while I've got a chance, I'm looking for a small manure spreader that hopefully I could pull behind the side-by-side. I'd rather have something bigger than those newer ones. I think if I can find me a small old ground driven manure spreader, I could try that out. Maybe I can't load it all the way, but I'll give it a try. But I'd like to have something that I could use the tractor, load it up, and then pull it with the side-by-side. But that way I don't have to hook the tractor up, spread it, unhook and load it, things like that. But since I don't have a spreader, what I'm going to try is run my tiller over it just a little bit. Set it just above the ground and see how much it will grind that up and throw it. I'll probably pull this back cover up so it doesn't keep things underneath. It can just kind of fling it out the back. This idea may not work at all, but I'm going to give it a try, see if I can spread some of that out a little bit. I may incorporate it. Well, the wind's getting bad. Had to step inside here because the wind was so bad out there. I'm going to try that tiller, just run it over the manure that I put out there. It's got a lot of hay in that. I'm going to set the tiller so I'm just right at ground level and see how that does. If that won't do it, I'll drop down and get that first ½ inch or so of ground maybe and see if I can chop things up in there. I'll pull that back flap up on the tiller and see if it will spread it a little bit and throw it. This may not work at all, but I'm gonna give it a try. Yeah, I don't know how much that really helped. It did spread it out some, chopped it up some, leveled it out. It won't be any worse than as if this was a spot that I had fed hay in. There really wasn't any grass growing here much anyway, and probably won't get much out of it this year either. Maybe in a year or two, this spot will turn around and I'll be able to get some good grass out of it. Just hate to see all that good manure go to waste. Well, looks like that's going to be it for this video. As always, I appreciate you joining me, and I'll see you on the next one.